All right.
Well, welcome back to the Doc Talks podcast with Shane and Cambrie.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So we'll jump right in, literally. PBY. Tell us about the PBY time.
It was lit. So, Soaring by the Sea Foundation reached out to me like a couple weeks ago, a month ago. I told you about. Did I tell you when they reached out to me?
Yeah, you bragged. It was more bragging than telling.
How long ago was that?
That was about a month ago.
So, okay, something like that. Like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Come fly with us. Post about us. Okay.
Well, let's back up. I think they didn't say blah, blah, blah. They said, do you have a multi-engine C rating?
Okay, that's what they said. I said, yes. And then they said, do you want to come fly with us? I said, yes. And so I went to the Spanish Fork Air Show, Wings and Wheels, Wheels and Wings, something like that, in Utah, my home grounds, and volunteered with the Soaring by the Sea Foundation. I know I've said it before, and I'll say it again. They're amazing. We had the PBY at the air show, and then we flew it back from Spanish Fork to Eugene.
Let's talk about the air show. Why are you rushing? I mean, what else was there?
Sorry.
Was there any other cool airplanes there?
Yeah,
that's the Patey's home airport, right?
It is.
So, I mean, there had to be...
Scrappy was there.
He was there.
And all I remember that really stuck in my brain was Scrappy and a Beech 18 on wheels.
Really?
I remember seeing that.
Was it polished or painted?
It was polished. It was so sexy.
Red lines or blue?
Red.
I know the airplane.
It was. I think it was commemorative Air Force. It was so sexy. It honestly was a lot sexier than our Beech 18, if I'm being honest with you.
Whoa.
I think that the polish is just it's just so good.
Beech 18's polish, it's an insurmountable job, but it is awesome for sure.
So that was good. And it was funny, I showed up to the air show. There was 1 billion people there. It was kind of a cluster. Organized chaos is what I would say. Apparently there was a fist fight in the parking lot over parking spaces. I was like, oh dear, that's not good. So, yeah, I walked in.
It went right to work.
The gate people wouldn't let me in without a wristband. I was like, I literally see the airplane I'm working at 10 feet away. I'm waving at the guy who I'm working with. I'm on the phone with him, like, hi, they won't let me in. Anyways, we got it figured out. I got in.
Did you pay?
No, heck no.
You cheapskate. Why? You couldn't afford
I'm a
the $4.
It was $20 a person.
Oh my God, dude. Your help, it's going to a good cause.
Yeah, but...
You're building Scrappy 2.0.
Yeah.
The next phase.
Yeah, I'm kind of a douche.
Yeah.
So I didn't pay. I'm a cheapskate, as you say. So then I walked in, and I literally walked in, and they were like, this is the code to the iPads, ringing people up. I was like, I don't even know how to work this system. Forget the iPad code within 2 minutes. I look over at someone else who I think is working there. I don't know who the volunteers are or not. I'm like, do you know the code to the iPad? He goes, I don't know. I was like, okay. So I'm like, you hear music?
No.
Sorry. He said this headphone thing's throwing me off.
You could dump the headphones.
No, I like the headphones. Sorry, I got a little distracted. So anyways, yeah, I was ringing people up. It was really cool. Met a lot of people. It was so busy at the air show. I didn't even look inside of the PBY on the first day. I literally was working from the time I got there till the time I left. I was like, it was a lot of fun, and all the volunteers were super amazing.
Got to see some friends.
Who did I get to see?
Saw Sammy.
Oh yeah, I saw Sammy.
Shout out.
Brody, not Bodie, Brody, and his wife and his kid, so cutesy.
Any of the Ethans?
Didn't see any of the Ethans. Not even my Ethan. My brother was there. He didn't even show up.
Really?
Got to see my grandparents.
Okay, so inquiring minds want to know more me because I just want to make fun of you. How many? So there's a thing in Utah, I guess, of coffee's bad, but like soda shops are good.
Yeah.
So we call them what? Dirty sodas?
Dirty sodas, the soda shops, they put like random shit in it. Like, oh, you want a Diet Dr. Pepper? Let's add 4 flavorings and some creamer into that and make it unhealthier than it already is unhealtly.
So how many?
It's a miracle. I actually only had 2.
We went with Mom. You told me a story that
I
was a thing you did.
I literally flew into the airport on an airline, SkyWest.
Shout out.
And I landed and I walked out and there was a strange man who just started chatting. It was really an odd interaction. He was super nice, but I was like, okay. Chatted with him for a while, but it was kind of like not like, I don't know, I'm getting sidetracked. But my mom picked me up and she had a soda for me.
Out of the gate.
Out of the gate. I was like, you were the number one mom. You were my favorite mom. She's my only mom, but she's my favorite.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm glad you clarified that. I mean, it was Salt Lake. There could be multiple moms, right? Wait, sorry. Should not have said that. But, I mean, you never know showing up to Salt Lake.
So that was good. And went shopping at the mall for some business clothes for a conference we're going to.
Okay, so who cares about clothes?
Sorry.
Just saying. Okay, so if we go back, so we're going to fast forward. PBY, first impressions as you walk up.
That thing's huge. I stood on top of it. They let me climb on top of it, stand on top of the wings. I looked like a little speckle, like an ant.
I think it's got a 102-foot wingspan.
It's like 106 or 116 or something in that ballpark. Thing is massive. It's huge.
Yeah, it's
First
massive.
impression, massive.
Can we actually, okay, we have to do something.
Okay.
As we're going along here, kind of like we didn't give our corporate sponsor shout out, which we're going to have to do that today. But we also want to thank actually a behind the scenes guy today. So Logan, at
the Rogers Boy, BOI.
Single for all the ladies out there, is not here. He actually went back east to watch one of his friends graduate boot camp. So that's awesome. He's actually flying back right now. He's sitting in Dallas Fort Worth on this. But we have a fill in Logan, and I think it's probably more mature, better looking, funnier.
You really think so?
Yeah, so we've got
Logan
Brody
5.0.
Hello.
Logan 5.0. Yeah, we've got Brody here, sitting here filling in for Logan. So we want to thank him on the soundboard.
Can we give a shout out to all of, Brody's real name is Bodie, but sometimes I'm like, which one is his real name again? His real name's Bodie.
Honestly, I'm confused now as well.
You're like, what is my name again?
We should give a shout out. He has a beautiful wife that puts up with him. And
yeah.
I think putting up with him takes a lot.
Shout out to my wife.
So, yeah.
We Bodie's how many hours now? About
I just hit 1,100, actually.
100.
Yep.
Wow, look at you go.
Almost fireable.
Almost fireable. That's right. We learned that today. Just about to the finish line of being fired.
Close.
Only a couple hundred left to go.
So, no, we want to thank you, Bodie, for stepping up and helping us out on this. Because we don't know what we're doing. So, we're here doing it. Okay, so sorry for everybody that that was a shiny thing, but I did want to thank him for that. So we walk up, massive airplane. They're super massive airplanes. I mean, hull-wise, wing-wise, everything about the PBY.
Just a lot of wing on the thing.
Yeah, no, it is cool. They've got the coolest windows, I think, in airplanes.
The blisters.
Yeah, they are spectacular.
They're huge windows. It literally looks like someone took a boat, was like, what if this boat could fly? And then they put wings and an engine on it and made it fly.
Yeah.
It flies like so slow, it crawls.
Just creeps along. So you guys blast off. It sounded like you've got a handful of. There was a pilot that was getting his SIC rating on this flight.
Yeah.
We had talked about getting you your SIC rating, but you didn't quite have the time.
No.
Because there was somebody else ahead of you.
That's all right. It was still a cool experience, and to fly the thing. The plane has so much history. It flew in World War II, and it sunk a submarine.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that so badass of that plane?
No, that's awesome. That is cool.
It's like a 43 or something. It's crazy. It's not even that much older than the Beaver.
Yeah, it was really the same vintage.
Like 9 years.
Yeah. So flying it, I mean, I am curious. Me and you haven't. We've kind of left talking about it for the podcast. So I do have a lot of questions. I'm assuming with as big as it is, it's crazy heavy and slow as it is, crazy heavy on the controls.
Oh, yeah, super heavy on the controls, and it likes to sway. The tail likes to do a wiggle.
Okay.
Like a fishtail situation.
It's a V-tail bonanza.
Yeah, you really have to dance on the rudders. You could tell in the back. We all kind of took turns flying it. But when you were sitting in the back, you could tell when the real pilot, the PIC type-rated pilot, was flying, and when someone else got on the controls, because you were like, ooh, side to side in the back, like, ooh, I'm going to get sick back here. And even just flying it, like, my legs were a little tired, not even going to lie, after. I was like, okay,
Was it really?
sleigh
You were
just for the
chasing
leg workout. Yeah, it's just a different. I mean, it's just a different dog. I'm sure after you've flown for a while, you just flown it for a while, you don't even
You
think
get
about
used to it as anything.
But yeah, no, it's a big plane. It flies big. It's slow. I thought that thing flew way faster than it did.
I followed you guys on FlightAware, I think, or FlightAware.
Something.
It was much faster than I anticipated it going.
That's because we had a good tailwind.
I think when you guys took off, I think you originally had like 157 across the ground, which I thought was blazing fast for that.
I know, we were all like huddled around the iPad with ForeFlight open, like gawking at the ground speed. Like, oh my gosh, look at our ground speed, guys. Like,
no, that is great. So, you made it back. I think, what was the total time? 6 hours, 5 hours?
yeah, it was a long flight. It was about 6 hours, 5.5 maybe. But it was a lot of fun. Everyone on the plane was super, super cool. Like, the volunteers were so amazing. Everyone was so nice. Like, I have not a single bad thing to say. They were amazing. If you're ever in Eugene, go check them out. Like, Soaring by the Sea Foundation. Check them out on Instagram and check out their website. Like, they're really cool. They have a cool thing going on. They have a P-40, a Sky Raider,
Yeah,
obviously the PBY.
Some cool airplanes together for sure. So seaplanes. So it was the biggest seaplane you've ever flown. One of the biggest seaplanes
Yeah, I guess
in the world.
I was doing research. It's either like the 6th or the 7th biggest seaplane, I guess.
Okay.
The Spruce Goose takes the cake by far. No one will ever beat the Spruce Goose.
I don't know if anyone's going to get to fly that.
I don't think so either.
I would give it a whirl.
I don't even think it counted as a... You know what? That's a little
No,
controversial. I gotta say that.
it flew.
For
right?
what?
It flew. It doesn't matter for what. It flew. It fired up. It took off, left the water. It flew.
That's like saying when I jump, I fly. No, I agree. It's really cool. That plane's awesome. It flew. It flew for sure. That is a cool plane, this Spruce Goose.
He did what he said he was going to do. So
Yeah, no, I love it.
So
Rest in peace.
So let's again, super envious of the PBY stuff. It sounds like we may be going out there to do some fundraising next month.
I guess
This
today's
month?
the first. I
No,
guess
this
this
month, some
month
point
in
in time
like
here in
3 or something
3
weeks, like
weeks.
2.5 weeks.
We're gonna run out there for an afternoon or a day. It sounds like and do some stuff there. That's pretty neat. I get to talk to some of those guys, so I'm looking forward to that. So this is a great transition of one. Seaplanes are the greatest thing ever, I think.
Since sliced bread.
Well, I don't know, since cheese.
Cheese? When was cheese invented?
I don't know, a long time ago, but
Flying is so young.
Flying is
Aviation
pretty
is so young. 1903.
yeah, in the grand scheme of things.
Like, I hope that year I just got correct. Pretty sure that's when they flew, 1903.
I hope you got it right. No, you did. Let's transition into what your journey was. And I think we've talked about this a little bit. You know, let's just talk about the seaplane side of things. Because we get asked the question. Actually, I think I was on speakerphone
We had
and
a
talked to
phone
one of
call
your
today.
friends today
I hope he's
about
listening.
just this. Yeah, hopefully he's one of the Ethans and Athans.
He's one of the Ethans.
One of the Ethans. Hopefully one of the Ethans is listening. So your journey on doing this, we both are very passionate about seaplane flying. We love flying in general. Seaplane flying, I think, holds a spot in both of our hearts. We enjoy it. We love it. All of those things. So what was your journey in getting up to flying the PBY? Like, that's an opportunity that, what are we going to say? 50 people in the world, 100 people in today's day and age
like
would
flown,
be able
flown.
to do that?
Not just had flown it. Yeah.
I mean, you know, during the war and in the 40s, there was a lot of pilots, right? Many, many, many guys, young men flew those all over the world. But today's day and age, just to have the opportunity, there's 6 or 7 of them flying, I think. I don't know what the number is.
Theirs is the only one that lands on water.
The only one?
Yeah. One of 2, or maybe it's the only one. Most PBYs don't land on the water anymore because it's just not.
They're leaking too much.
Yeah.
So you did your stuff, your single-engine stuff, and you're not going to jump right into a multi. We talk about this all the time and tell people because you're not going to jump from whatever license you have to a multi-engine C license.
No.
It's not going to happen for anybody. So what was your journey?
Seaplane-wise?
Yeah.
Went up to Alaska. I don't even really know what sparked my thing to go to Alaska. I think I just decided one day I'm going to get my seaplane rating. Looked online, found a place, went up to Alaska, got my seaplane rating, fell in love with it. It was the funnest flying I'd ever done. Kind of had a thing where I realized life's too short to not do what you love, I guess. Not to get too deep in the bushes there, but I was like, oh shit, like I'm going to die one day. That's not, like, I want to fly seaplanes. That's what I want to do. I'm not going to wait till I'm retirement age to fly seaplanes, because who knows. So decided that's what I wanted to do. After that moment, I knew where I wanted to go work, emailed the guy every month with an update of my hours, really thought I was going to get the job. Then I got the thanks but no thanks email probably around March. That's when I started calling everybody. That's when I came to you and came up here in March and learned to fly the Beaver. That's mainly what you had me in to start the season. Probably the first 3 weeks is in the Beaver.
Yep. Then we transitioned to the 18.
Yeah.
Spent some time in the 18 and then back and forth. So, yeah, we won't go too deep on that, and we're playful and whatever, but it's part of aviation. We'll just touch on during your journey or right after your journey, you lost an instructor friend
Yep.
in an airplane accident. They happen. It was an accident. One of those deals, not a good deal. But that kind of sparked you, like you say, of, hey, I love seaplanes, and this is something that is pretty cool. And like you say, life is short, so enjoy that, right?
Yeah.
So go out there. Didn't mean to push a button for you.
But
It's something that happens, right?
It's just the reality of it. And then it's like, whoa, like...
Super great guy. Told everything he had. Like, he was a badass. So I've heard a lot of stories about him, so that's pretty cool. And it should make all of us think that if anybody's on here, aviation. Like, if you're not aviation, you're just coming for the entertainment, like, hey, there's accidents. I could get hit by a bus. We joke about it. I could get hit by lightning.
It's calculated risk, right?
Absolutely.
So risk versus consequence. I'd say aviation is relatively low risk, but the consequence is a lot higher.
The consequences is higher when potentially we do something wrong or there's a problem. The other side of it is there's not too many industries. Just talking about this a little bit, and we get it a lot and asked a lot in aviation, but 80% of our training is emergencies.
Yeah.
Right? We're training for everything to go wrong every single flight.
Literally, I will not solo a student, and I don't think anyone should solo a student until I know with 100% certainty if this engine fails, they're walking away from it. Like, that's it. I look back on training, okay, it's like, can you fly the airplane and can you live through an emergency?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. So, so it happens. It is what it is. But that really sparked your aviation is what I want to do, and seaplanes specifically. Yeah. So you reached out and kind of did that stuff. You reached out to me. We talked about how you ended up here, which is uncommon. Like we talk about that all the time. Like
the exception, like 1 in a million. Like this shouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
and we joke about it.
You've sparked and I love it. Like you've sparked so much interest with your social media presence. I give you a hard time, but you do have quite a few you have a large following on Instagram for sure, and probably other places. But you've sparked like loads of young people wanting to do seaplane stuff, which is amazing. That's great, and we do a lot of people get their single engine C rating every year. But you've sparked a lot more. Now, something that you sparked to me and you talk about all the time, and we talked about it today. And really, when you look at the numbers, like to do what you do and say, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life, like everybody should follow their dreams. But that's a pretty small number. So to be able to have a door open up for you, and you kind of prove that of how many calls you had to make and how many no's you had to take and eat a lot of crow before you got an opportunity. There's a lot of people that want to do it that may not ever get that opportunity, but I'll start here of saying Seaplane Flying, if you love aviation, is some of the flying you can do. It's amazing.
It is so fun. Yeah, I love it. I was grumpy today because I didn't get to fly seaplanes yesterday. You literally told me I was grumpy today.
You were.
And then I went and flew a seaplane. I feel like it put me in a little bit of a better mood.
Yeah. So, a little bit about seaplane stuff or getting your license. I'm not going to say easy, but it's when you look at all of the different licenses and ratings that you can get. Seaplane stuff is, 1, it's fun. 2, it's not super time consuming. The biggest question that we always get, no matter if it's single engine or multi-engine, is where's the study guide and how much ground time am I going to get with this training? And most of it is reading. The FAA puts out a phenomenal handbook that has a lot of information in it. Too. Yeah, you could read it in 30 minutes of really sitting down and kind of going through it.
Oh, that was all I need to know about seaplanes? Half the book is literally skis.
Yeah, there was a lot in that.
Like flying skis.
And then we've got our own syllabus and our own information that we hand out. But really, in 4 or 5 hours of studying, you're pretty much ready for the oral side of single engine check ride.
Yep.
Seaplane. Oh, everybody gets super concerned with that. And then they like, oh, how long is it going to take? Well, you've heard me say this, kind of a broken record player. And for anybody that's thinking about seaplane stuff, is we typically say if you're a tailwheel girl or guy, okay, so it means you're proficient at tailwheel, you're probably going to be 5 to 7 hours, okay? If you're not a tailwheel, you're probably going to be 6 to 8 hours, maybe 9. And, you know, for the upper echelon, if you're coming from, you know, a 7.3 or 7.5, 7.6, 7.4, 777, you're probably going to be 10 hours. And the
or
reason
if
is,
you're like a low time, just got my license. I've been flying a 172 for my whole
how many
life.
hours did it take you?
It took me,
Okay, so you're right in there.
when I got it, it was like, I think most of my time was in a 172 and I was 300 hours.
Okay, so I mean, you made it happen. So yeah, that's kind of what it takes. But it's fun. It doesn't matter what you're doing and where you're going to do it. It is a blast to do seaplane stuff. I think, you show up in flip-flops and shorts to go fly an airplane.
You're
or
used to being
sandals.
so stressed about your check rides because if you're doing it, you've done all these stressful check rides, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yada, yada, yada.
We had a
Can't
guy-
sleep the night before.
We had a guy and a son, last week?
Yeah.
Do theirs, and I told him because the son did it because he's heading to the airlines, time building, and the dad did it just to do it. The dad was a private pilot. The son was a
Private
pilot. That one's kind of a weird one because they've only ever done their private pilot, which is probably the most nerve-wracking check ride you've ever done because you don't know what you're going into. And then all of a sudden they're thrown to the wolves of a private pilot, and then the next one out of the gate is a, single-engine C, which is one of the easiest check rides. Not that it's easy, but one of the less
Least
stressful. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Check rides of the whole bunch. And I told him, like, you heard me. I'm like, listen, don't take this check ride as like they're all downhill
Yeah.
from here because it's going to be your instrument, your commercial, all of those are going to be a monster moving ahead. Don't take this one as for granted. But so you got that, and that's kind of what it takes. So you can come up to us. You can guys go down to Florida. You can go down to Louisiana. You can go to Alaska. Alaska's got a handful of them. There's probably, 10, 15 pretty good locations to run around and do your single-engine C stuff.
Yeah.
That, for sure. And there's loads of single-engine C pilots. I can't tell you how many people come to me and be like, I got that when I was 17 back in, 1952.
There's not that many seaplane pilots. It's about 5% of pilots. Last time I looked.
So if we get 600,000 pilots, that's still a pretty decent number.
Yeah, but 5%'s pretty low.
30,000 pilots?
Okay, the 5% is what I'm looking at. Yeah, it's a lot of
30,000.
people. It's a lot of people, but like in the grand scheme of things,
It's
5%,
very small. Yeah,
that's really
it's
small.
a small club for sure.
So with that being said, though, if you're not wanting to get it because it sounds fun, that's fine. Do it because it's going to set you apart from every single person that has a resume that looks just like your resume.
Did we not say that today to a young man today?
Yeah, no, literally on the phone with Ethan. Hello.
He had a dream of potentially becoming a CFI for seaplanes, which that's a great dream. Follow that. But don't get your seaplane rating expecting that to happen because it's when you look at the 5% of pilots, and then you look at how many flight schools are truly out there and how many CFIs are at those flight schools.
It has to be something you want to do. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be something. It can't be something you want to do because you think it'll be easier.
I think it makes you a better pilot.
Getting your seaplane rating, absolutely. I think any rating you can get, or even like any endorsement, like tailwheel, high performance complex, like that makes you a better pilot and
Yeah.
diversifies your resume.
Yep. The biggest thing when people are looking at it.
And then the guy from a couple weeks ago who got his rating with his son
Yep.
came in yesterday and was like, you need to talk about why people should, like, how cool and fun it is to get your seaplane rating. Because he was like, I tell people I got my seaplane rating and they're like, oh, I don't want to do that. It doesn't sound fun. It doesn't sound cool.
It's the most fun you can have in an airplane.
It is hands down. Like, I've landed on backcountry strips in Idaho in a 185, 30 miles from the nearest trailhead. That's fun, but seaplane flying
Was it fun almost having to walk out for your life?
Oh yeah,
'cause
that
you're
was
dying and
I would-
starving to death?
I just kind of accepted my fate when that happened. That is a story. Boy, is that a story. We ended up
Someday that'll
Should
have
I-
to come up.
Oh, that is such a good story. Literally, guys, on that trip, we thought we were going to get trapped in the wilderness for a week because we had a maintenance issue.
Somebody in a 210 saved you.
Yeah, someone in a 210 saved us. We were literally, the boys got their fishing poles and went down to the river to start finding us food because we were worried we wouldn't have enough food. But that was really cool. That was a good experience. And that was a lot of fun, and the backcountry flying's fun, but seaplane flying, you're backcountry and you're on the water.
Everything's a runway.
Yeah.
Well, everything is water. Or a runway one time.
Yeah, anything could be a runway once.
So, yeah, it's just exhilarating. It teaches you I tell everybody, when you get your seaplane rating, you're going to be able to see the wind and read the water.
Yeah.
You'll start picking up wind from the weirdest things that you never think about as a pilot, from the way ripples are coming across the water to trees and smoke and flags and all kinds of tells of what that looks like. Doing that. So I think that's huge. So do it because it's fun. If you love aviation, if you're just heading to the airlines for the money, don't get your seaplane rating. It's going to be a grind.
Why? Yes, get your seaplane rating. Hello.
No, the grind
to get your seaplane rating. What are you talking about? You just got done saying that it's the easiest check ride.
It is, but the guy that doesn't love aviation, that's going for the dollars. I want to be a double-breasted Delta pilot. They're coats, double-breasted coats. Delta pilot.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For anybody that doesn't know. But, if that's what they want to do, then they probably aren't going to enjoy seaplane rating.
Yeah, but still get it because no one's getting hired right now. It's going to make your resume stand out in a pile of resumes that look just like yours.
Yeah, well, that's
Still
true.
get it.
Leave it for the guys that love aviation.
You can't gatekeep it.
We want those guys to be at the top of the pile.
You can't gatekeep aviation.
Sure we can. You guys are just in it for the money. Get out. Get at the bottom of the line. Bottom of the pile. If you love aviation, okay, come get your seaplane. Go get it. Listen to Cambrie. Don't listen to Cambrie. Listen to me.
We have to support our fellow seaplane businesses.
That's what I'm saying. They can go anywhere. I mean, there's Florida. There's Alaska. There's Louisiana. There's some stuff in the East Coast. No, there's some phenomenal flight schools out there. We are a flight school, but that's not our bread and butter. There's flight schools out there that's their bread and water. Come to us if you guys want to have fun and be made fun of by Cambrie and, those types of things. You can meet Bodie. He'll take you out to lunch. He's got a very nice Jeep, Cherokee Grand Wagoneer, something.
It's kind of broken, but it works.
Yeah, the windows don't roll down, but he'll take you to lunch and buy you a burger or whatever. But, yeah, so diversify your portfolio. So, okay, we've got our commercial. Oh, and get your fucking, excuse my language. Kids, bleep that out. We're going to bleep that out. I typically recommend getting your commercial seaplane rating rather than your private seaplane rating. This is going to sound crazy to everybody. There is one more maneuver that we do in a private seaplane rating that you don't have to do in a commercial seaplane rating, and that is emergency descent. We demonstrated in a commercial, so we don't have to demonstrate it on water for a commercial, but you do have to do it for your private, and that's something.
Also, it doesn't make sense. Me personally, I don't think it makes sense for you to go get your seaplane rating after you get your private pilot if you're still planning on getting your commercial. Just wait to get your seaplane rating until you have your commercial.
Wait to get your seaplane rating, multi-engine rating.
Everything. Because then if you don't wait, then you're going to have to do another check ride for that same thing. Like if someone comes up and is like, private pilot, hi, I'm going to go to the airlines, I'm going to get my commercial rating. They come out with their private pilot, get their private pilot seaplane rating, go get their commercial, then they're like, oh, I want commercial privileges. Let me go do a second seaplane check ride. It just doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, that's idiotic. The people don't say that and do that.
Well, it's not idiotic. We had the kid do it last week. He just wasn't old enough to get his commercial.
He wasn't, and his dad didn't have it, and he was just up here having fun. But he's not. It's not a career for him. If I'll say it this, if aviation is a career path for you and you're collecting ratings, do your commercial before you do your seaplane. If it's just you can do it and you want to do it, then go do it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But a single engine commercial is not going to get you in the left or the right seat, and probably or even in the back of a PBY without a large wad of cash.
That's probably true. Unless you know somebody who knows somebody.
Do you know anybody that knows somebody?
No. I get asked the question quite a bit of like,
here it comes.
How do you, what do you think? Wait, go ahead.
No, I'm listening.
Okay. Are you sure? Wait, what do you think I was going to say?
Let's go ahead. Okay.
I get asked the question a lot. How do you get these opportunities? And I want to answer that question on air.
Okay, please do. Please.
Well, okay. So, the answer to the question, you see, it is be annoying and network your little butt off. You know what really just irks me? You know what really just irks me, Shane?
Oh, am I supposed to? What irks you, Cambrie? What irks you?
When people don't show up, don't make phone calls, and just send emails to places. Like, you know how many emails we get on the Brooks email?
Nobody believes me when I say we get 400 resumes a year on people wanting to come work for Brooks. They don't believe me.
Show up and make a damn phone call, would ya? That's going to make you stand out a little bit more. Show up, shake hands, shake elbows, rub hands. Shake hands, rub elbows. Whatever you want to say. Rub elbows and shake hands.
I've never heard that.
Just network.
Weird. What are we? COVID?
Just network or something. And also, you guys, I think social media is a great tool. Like, a lot of my opportunities have actually come from social media. So make a social media. Start posting. You're going to feel... I felt stupid when I started, but I don't care. Look at it. I probably do look stupid now, but I don't care. Thanks to my social media, I got to go fly a PBY, so...
Brody has said early on, when before you came here, that you look stupid in your social media.
Brody?
That was...
I did not say that.
Yeah.
This is not true.
That's...
Damn.
I'm sorry.
The persistency, I will say that, but don't back yourself into a corner. Keep chasing. Well, just that. So I think it's great that you were as persistent as you have. You got into an industry that pretty difficult to get into. Social media or no, persistent or not, emails or not, phone calls or not. It just kind of the stars lined up. And sometimes that happens, right? I mean, it was definitely your persistency and all of the no's that you've got that got you a yes, right? I mean, I say that to my kids. I say that to everybody. How many no's does it take before you get a yes? You got to run through the no's, and you ran through the no's, and you got the yes. So I would say that for everybody else, too.
But what's the best experience you had in a seaplane, Shane?
The best what?
The best seaplane experience you've had.
Best seaplane experience I've had.
Because we got to get the viewers hyped up on seaplane. Because I guess there's some people out there that are haters. They don't think it's cool or fun.
Well, there's all kinds of haters out there.
Yeah, but we got to convert them. We can't have everybody going out. Seaplanes are lame.
Yeah, but that's what gets our likes on these podcasts.
No, I know,
you guys suck.
No, but I'm just talking about the Joe Schmoes that are just like, boo, seaplanes, boo. Not cool, not fun.
Joe Schmo probably owns a Cherokee 180.
Bodie, I'm so sorry.
That's not nice.
We usually aren't this... Yeah, we are this mean. You are this mean to Logan.
The best plane built. Shout out to Piper for that.
For that. No,
Cherokee
that was
not a sponsor.
That was a dig at...
Not a corporate sponsor.
Not a corporate sponsor. That was a dig at Bodie here. But no, for the people that don't understand, it's hard to explain. It's amazing to land. When you go out, when you have a greaser and you've got like your spouse or friend or like just whatever with you, and it's just like that perfect landing. It's so much better on water. I can't explain it.
Both my landings today, I was such an asshole. I landed so far from the dock because I had pilots on board, and I wanted to have a good landing, and there was wakes. I was like, oh, I don't care. I'm landing so far away.
I know. I saw you land, and then I went. I went and landed, and then I saw you land, and then I went back and took a nap. And
I know.
Back 45
it's like
minutes
a 40-minute
later.
taxi.
But it's... Yeah, you just can't explain it. It's exhilarating. It's fun. You're low level for people that... A lot of people aren't comfortable low level. So all of a sudden, when you're like 500 feet or below, it's a whole different...
It's a different game.
I think just that in itself teaches you some security of, okay, this is what we can do at 500 feet. Because we typically 1,000 feet or higher, like that's where we got to be.
Yeah.
So when you get that 500 feet or below... and you're doing some stuff down there, it's like, okay, well, we can land.
It's a little unnerving for some people. So what's your best seaplane experience?
Flying, my best seaplane experience for sure was I flew with a gentleman by the name of Alex when I got the airplane from Sky Harbor Airport, the Beach 18, Sky Harbor Airport in Duluth, Minnesota. Shout out to Sky Harbor Airport. Across country. And we had some, I'll tell you that experience. It's kind of funny, but we had some some rough interactions.
You didn't step on the right. What do you say? You didn't get off on the right foot?
We didn't get off on the right foot, I think. So that first interaction of me and Alex was me showing up. We had a deal bought. I show up. The airplane had just got out of an extensive annual with a very big shop. Everything was new. Everything was great. Yada, yada. He's an airline guy, young guy. I show up, rental car to the airport or Uber. He's not there. We pull the airplane out with the mechanic, run it up on it, checking everything out. Everything looks good. And an expensive annual. Run it up, and there's a dead mag. So right out of the gate, I'm like, what is going on? This just came out of a phenomenal shops, and mags go out. But it was like, I'm trying to think. It must have been a Friday morning, we ran it up. He had done a flight. He flew in the middle of the night, went home, got some sleep, was going to wake up, come and meet me there Friday. We were going to do some stuff and then go. And something happened to his schedule to where he didn't come in. So we're there. It's Friday. I'm in Minnesota, ready to fly this airplane back. And the airplane doesn't run. And I'm like, this is probably I should not do this. So I'm calling him, and I can't get him because he's flying. I'm texting him, said, hey, we've got a dead mag. I'm calling people. I didn't know who to call. He's like, I'll take care of it. Meet me there, first thing in the morning. So I'm like, okay. So I go back to the hotel, spend another night there, come back the next morning. I think it's Saturday morning now. He had dropped the mag off at the airplane. So he drove to the airplane, then drove back home an hour or whatever, dropped the mag off. I get there, and there's no tools in this hangar. So I'm like, I can't change the mag. It's, the mechanic was going to the lake, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he shows up a couple hours later. We borrow somebody's tools, change the mag, get the airplane up and running. Everything's good. Like, okay, we're going to leave the next morning. And he had to go back to work. So Sunday, we're going to leave. We're going to fly here. And he had kind of been grumpy. I had kind of been grumpy. And then there was another silent partner that had been involved that it just wasn't a happy deal. So then I'm like, I'm going to be stuck in this airplane for 12 hours with this fucking guy. And it's one thing to get in an airplane and go an hour with somebody you're not super passionate about being next to, but to spend 12 hours like, oh, this is going to be quite possibly the most brutal thing in my life. But you got to do it. So we show up, 5 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever it was, Minnesota time, fuel up the airplane, fuel up all the fuel tanks in the airplane so we can make it because there's only a couple stops, back and forth if anybody's ever done that in a float plane. You got to make it to Fort Peck. Fort Peck. You can land there and get fuel. So we're taxiing around. I've never been in a multi-engine C, so this was my first time in a multi-engine C. Blast off. And I'm like, this is... even in the morning, it was just kind of... we were both kind of grumpy with one another, and he looks over at me as I'm on the takeoff roll, or maybe I just rotated. And he goes, do you mind if we do something? I said, okay, what's that? He's like, hey, one of the pilots or the mechanic, I forget who it was now, that's horrible, lives right up over here, been with the airplane forever. It'd mean the world to me and him if we could do a flyby out of his house. Well, one thing I'm known for all over is I love a flyby. So I said, okay, let's do a flyby. So, well, how are we going to do this flyby? And we got to talking. Said, okay, of course, we're going to be 1,000 feet above person, place, or thing to keep it legal. So we did a wonderful flyby of this gentleman's house at 1,000 feet and worked our way back. And we were low level across the country for 12 hours together. And, he was happy down low. I was happy down low. And we became good friends still to this day. We're really good friends, but it took that. But yeah, that was probably my favorite seaplane experience because it was long. Like, I didn't know the airplane. Is this thing going to make it? And there's nothing. When you leave Duluth until you get to Fort Peck, well, you're crossing the river there a couple times, but there's not a lot of options.
Yeah.
So that was it. That's my favorite.
That's a good story. I think you've told me that story before. I like that story.
Do you have a favorite?
Well, mine's not as good as yours now. I had one in my mind, but it's like it only takes like 20 seconds to tell my story.
Is it the one where you forgot to put the flaps in and we both looked at each other as we're ripping across the lake?
Wait, I'll tell that story, but that wasn't my favorite seaplane story, but that is a seaplane story.
Oh, I thought that was your favorite.
We're taking off. It's a hot day. We are loaded up. And Shane was with me on this flight. It was me and him in the front, and we were like going. Like, it was a busy day. We have a flight like every hour. Like, okay, get these people off. Okay, safety briefing, load up, let's go again. Like, non-stop. So it's like the evening. It's probably like a 4 or 5 o'clock flight. And it's hot. The lake is busy. It's
and
like
bumpy.
And bumpy. It's like the 5th or 6th flight of the day. I'm like, okay, I'm a little tired. Shane's with me. I don't know where you were at.
I was talking
mentally.
to the person behind you.
Okay, you were at Chatty Cathying.
I was chatty Cathing.
We take off, and I knew it was going to be a long takeoff roll because it was hot. I don't think there was a lot of wind, and we were loaded. We were really heavy. So I was like, okay, whatever.
We're close to gross, for sure. Close to gross.
So we're doing our roll, and I'm like, man, the South Shore is approaching awfully quickly. I feel like we should be off by now. This is kind of strange. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Like, I look at my RPMs and my manifold pressure. I'm like, okay, well, that looks fine. Okay, what else could it be?
I remember I looked over at the airspeed. I did the same thing. I did a quick glance, and I'm like, we're kind of getting hammered here on the water.
All my
like, I
engine
want to be
instruments
flying.
are fine. Like, my airspeed's looking good. Like, I'm at flying speed. Why aren't we flying? And then I look out to my side, so I'm like, is it like what?
I think we did it simultaneously.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. I didn't say it out loud, but I'm nice. I forgot my flaps. So I add my flaps in, and we just looked at each other like, wow, we're idiots. And then just like that, we were flying.
Yeah, it's amazing what 2 pumps of a beaver flaps will do for a beaver
like,
to get it off the water.
So that was a seaplane story, not necessarily my brightest moment. I was about ready to abort the takeoff. I was like, yeah, we're going to have to abort this. Like, sorry, I guess we're just too heavy today. So, yeah, no, that was, sometimes you just make stupid mistakes.
Absolutely. Anybody that says they don't is 100% wrong.
Lying.
They do all the time. And you just kind of get in, you eat running through the checklist, and you do all the things normal, and you hit one to where it's like, oh, this is kind of a bonehead.
Yeah, like, wow, okay, I'm stupid. And I have never done it since. It was like a one-and-done situation. I'm sure I'll make a stupid... I
do it 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah.
I legitimately will do it. And for anybody out there listening, flaps and float planes are hand in hand, as long as you have flaps. If you're running a J3,
especially in the Beaver.
But yeah, in the Beaver, it's a necessity.
You don't get off the water if you don't have flaps in.
Okay, so now you have piqued my curiosity, and hopefully the one listener that's listening. Hopefully we get a new listener. Maybe we're gonna have 2, because if we've got Brody here, maybe he could talk his wife into listening for his commentary.
I hope so.
I'm
Brody,
going to have her watch for sure.
Make sure you post it on Facebook, too.
Oh, I'm going to repost.
Good.
For sure.
Good. So, yeah, my favorite seaplane experience, actually. I guess I have 2. One was the second time I went back up to Alaska to fly after my instructor had passed. And it was just like, wow, like, this is like, you just look at it a little bit different, I think. Different perspective. Second was our first sunset tour we did. I was flying the Beeve. You were there with me, right seat. On that, it was like probably in May, the first sunset tour. We were running up the chain lakes. I'd never been up the chain lakes before. And I just was like in awe, like, wow, like, okay, this is beautiful. We're flying on and off a lake. This is amazing. Like, pinch me, I'm dreaming. Like, I had a tear trickle down my face. I know. I'm coming out of the closet with it.
Bug getting in your eye?
Yeah, no, I was just like, wow, like, happy tear rolling down my face. Like, whoa, like, holy cow, this is like, I won't ever forget that day. My third favorite seaplane experience was also on a sunset tour, and somehow a massive bug the size of a quarter somehow ended up inside of the airplane and splattered right on my chest. Do you remember that? And you're like, fly the airplane. I was like, there's a dead bug all over me. Like,
I don't remember either one of those. That's hilarious.
So, there you go.
Yeah, Alaska's beautiful.
It's amazing.
But
I love it.
There's something about the chain lakes. I say it. I've flown all over Alaska.
I always think you're being facetious when you say that.
I swear to you, I don't know. There's a couple places that, Gonzaga Bay in Mexico holds a near place to my heart, but that 10 minutes that we run up the chain lakes, when the sun's just right, the water's right, and the wind's just right, like, it's spectacular. The green and all the water and everything, they're there at low level. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love the sunset tours.
Yeah. No, that is if you come up and fly with Cambrie, make sure that you guys get a sunset tour.
And it doesn't have to be at sunset. We can still do the sunset route during the day.
But they have to take the whole airplane.
What are you talking about?
Well, they got to pay because the sunset tour is more because we burn more fuel.
Sure.
So they'd have to
Pay the $200.
pay the $200.
Yeah.
Okay. Pay the $200. Cambrie will take you on the sunset tour. So, yeah. So we got off track, and that's typically what we do. So hopefully somebody's finds this at least semi-entertaining. Multi-engine C. Really small community rating. License.
Yeah, not a lot of people. And most people that have it didn't in an air cam.
A lot of people that have it did an air cam. Although there was a shout out to JoJo and the Shubley family out of Arizona.
They're in Kingman now.
Kingman, but they had a Beach 18 on floats and still do. It's great. I think it's really close to being done and having it up and flying. They did a lot of multi-engine Cs back in the day. Our airplane's done a lot of multi-engine Cs. Now, when I say a lot, like you're saying 5% of pilots are single engine C. Commercial, like the number for multi-engine C is such a small number, it's tiny. But we do a handful. This year we've probably done 30 or 40. So a lot of young ladies and women in general are getting into their multi-engine C. Check ride for that. Would you recommend it?
Oh my gosh, yes. Now, if you want to listen, if you're not going to do it because it's cool and because you love it, do it because it's a great conversation starter at an interview.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you did your multi-engine C in a what? A what? A Beach 18? You flew a Beach 18 on floats? Great conversation starter. Didn't, what's his face that works at Coletta now? That was like his whole interview.
That was his interview.
Shooting the shit about the Beach 18 on floats.
Yeah, he had a bunch of time in it. So it does open a lot of doors for you for sure. So I would highly recommend. I highly recommend it. It's costly to run a Beach 18. So I'll start with that. But if you can financially swing it, it's the most fun you can have with your clothes on. Literally, the Beach 18 is spectacular. It flies amazing. It's just a fun airplane to fly. There's so much history in Beach 18s. And
in that one especially. That one's had a cool life. Your Beach 18 has had a cool life.
It absolutely has, yeah, for sure. And there's 6 of them flying in the world right now. Probably another 5 or 6 that could be made flying.
On floats.
On floats. But super cool airplane. I think it's you can't compare it to a Twin Otter, right? But I say it's one of the best flying float planes I've ever been in.
It's easier to fly than the Beaver.
For sure. Yeah, it's got 900 horsepower. It does what it wants. It does what you want it to do. But that being said, super fun, super awesome rating. And that really was what got you the opportunity to fly the PBY. If you want to fly an Albatross, a PBY, any heavy seaplane iron, a Goose, a Mallard, those, like, your multi-engine C is going to open that door because that's a small number. Somebody that's 20 years old that has that rating, all these other people are going to age out. Like, eventually, somebody's going to knock on your door and be
Was it you that told me for, like, every 10 old multi-engine seaplane pilot, there's one young multi-engine seaplane pilot?
Yeah, I think that's typically what I tell people. It's just a number that it's hard to get your foot in the door.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody's opening up. No, I mean, that call to you I've never heard that before, ever. You'll hear the guy that hopefully my, 4,000 hours of multi-engine seaplane time someday gets me a phone call of, hey, I need somebody to fly, a PBY or an Albatross or a Mallard or something like that. Because even guys that own those airplanes don't have a lot of time in it. And as those guys age out, those airplanes are either going to sit derelict or they need somebody to fly it. Well, just because you have the rating doesn't mean that you have the hours for an insurance company to say, okay, we're going to trust you to be able to become a PIC.
Yeah.
So, somebody your age, I mean, you look at somebody my age, okay, that's great. Somebody your age, if you stick at this and stick around, you're going to have 4,000 hours of multi-engine seaplane time in 5 years, or close to on that. So then all of a sudden it's like you're what everybody's going to want in 20 or 30 years because you're going to be one of, 15 or 20 people in the world that can fly these, heavy seaplanes.
Yeah.
that could qualify for insurance.
It's
Let me
just
preface
a
it with
small
that.
group of people.
Yeah, for sure. So getting that type rating, but highly, highly recommend Seaplane stuff. I know we've kind of went on all kinds of different tangents here, but get your Seaplane rating. If we got to say anything, if what was it? What was sexy? What did you name the last one?
So you think being a pilot is sexy?
You think being a seaplane pilot is sexy. Like we don't have to think that being a pilot is sexy. Like here, that's a good one. But no, it's super, super fun. It's, after saying the comment with the most fun you can have with your clothes on, I know Bodie, I actually just got a text from him saying that he's ready to get his single engine seaplane rating and he wondering if he could do it with his shirt off or something.
I'm ready. I could no shirt.
Okay, go on. Get your rating on that. So yeah, it is fun, and for anybody that's on the fence or like, how can it be fun? It's just amazing. It is amazing.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah, and you're gonna try it, and you're gonna
literally
love it.
Every single person that does it, like as soon as they get done with their first lesson, they're like, "That was the most fun I've ever had."
We need to record
okay.
that reaction every time.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, everyone's like, "That was so cool. That was like a lot." Whatever.
Well, nobody believes that it takes maximum of 10 hours to get your seaplane rating.
Yeah.
That always surprises everybody when we talk to them. If they haven't done any research at all, that always kind of catches everybody off guard. Get after it.
Get after it. Come get your seaplane rating, whether it's here in Alaska, Florida, you name it. Just do it. Give us a call at Brooks. Do whatever.
Tell them you know Cambrie.
Yeah.
They'll give you a discount.
Will we? Is that something we're
Not us,
implementing?
but I'm saying all the other places.
Oh.
So you're referencing them. You're going to start calling them up just to be like, just type in whatever it is /Cambrie and you'll go to the 10% discount code for the
Except
seaplane
for at the
rating.
seaplane base I work at.
Except for that. We'll actually add 10% on to that so we can do that.
So, anyways.
Tell them you watched the podcast, and that's good. We had a young lady today that was said she had heard the podcast. She was into it, kind of going from there. And we had 3 people that came down to do their ratings and that type of stuff. So they came down. I think they're going to come back and do their seaplane rating.
I think we got him.
And it was because of you. You took them for a flight.
Yeah, I did take them for a flight.
You had an opportunity to do some instruction.
Okay, can we not?
If that poor girl listens to this,
I
would
felt
like to
so
say
bad.
I want to apologize on behalf
Her
of
name
Brooke
is Brooke.
Seaplane. Brooke?
Her name is Brooke.
Brooke, I want to apologize to you on behalf of Brooke Seaplane for my incompetent flight instructor.
I don't
pilot.
know. My brain was. I just got off a tour. My brain was in tour mode, and
You
just were
literally
like,
took
you have a
3
flight.
pilots that just did a.
I know.
Did check
whenever
rides.
I take a pilot up and it's just a pilot, and it's like, okay, me and the pilot and the beaver, like it's like, yeah, like this is an instructional flight. We're not doing a tour. And I always let them fly, and then I totally shat the bed today.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry, Brooke, in advance.
Sorry, Brooke. Come back.
Come back.
I'm sorry.
Cambrie will probably hog the controls again from you.
But, oh well.
I mean, that's, Bodie always does Discovery flights, just won't let the Discovery student fly at all either, too.
Bodie's like, I haven't flown for a while. I'll just fly this one.
Our lessons consist of them watching me.
Good. That's the easiest, fastest way to teach somebody how to fly. Is just
watch me.
Just watch.
It's
This
just
is what
like
you do.
what I do.
I don't
So.
like your stalls. Watch this.
Cool.
So, sorry, Brooke.
Sorry, Brooke. Well, I'm so sorry. Seriously, I talked about it. I think we've talked about it already like 5 times since you left. I'm sorry, Brooke.
You should be.
But we gave her a free hat.
You did give her a hat. She had a hat that needed overhauling. So we gave her a good hat.
Well, I think that hits all of it.
That it really does. So this was a super fun for us. We love talking about seaplanes. We tried to educate you guys through this. I don't. It's probably not as entertaining as some. I didn't see Brody laugh a single time through this. So
He's
Logan
laughing
laughs
right
more.
now.
This is fun.
I think he's laughing because he wants to. He either has to go to the bathroom or
I
he
do.
wants to go home. So there's that. All right, guys. Thank you. Hopefully you appreciate this. If you have any questions, comment it up. We always get back to
Message
that.
us on Instagram.
Yeah.
Or go to our website. There's like a thing where you can send a message. I get those things on the website. So if you write a message.
You talked to
on
somebody
there-
today. You called them and talked for 45 minutes from an Instagram message.
oh, yeah, I did. That was today. That's
So
right.
that was awesome. So you do reach out to your followers and answer and help them in any way you can. We've actually done that twice today.
I
you
did.
have. So thanks, guys. Have a great evening. Enjoy the podcast.
And tune in next week.
Like and share.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Is that
And
what they
share.
say? And share. And we want to thank our official corporate sponsor,
Jim's Gunsmithing.
The world's greatest gunsmith here in Hayden, Idaho. He's a phenomenal gunsmith, and he's helped you with some weapons.
He's
helped me with some
awesome.
weapons. So we love Jim. You can give him a call. You can look him up. You can do all of those types of things. But yeah, we thank Jim for everything that he does for the podcast.
He's the best. Well,
Later.
bye.